Okay, here we go. It's really hot in here. Can you tell? My dome is all glistening. Our heat pump, as usual, when we need it, it fails on us. Hot today, and the heat pump just crapped itself. When it's cold out, it crapped itself, and when it's hot out, it craps itself. It only likes to work when it doesn't really need to work.
Right?
Then it works really well.
Oh, terrible.
We've had it looked at. They rebuilt the fan. Someone was just in recently and cleaned it because it was spitting out water. Today it's spitting out water again, so it's either clogged again or I don't know what the hell's good. But really at the end of the day, it all boils down to the problem that the first guy who was in here to look at it told us. He says that heat pump is like woefully undersized for this space to be doing anything with this space. That's why, as long as you don't work it too hard, it seems to work okay. But the minute you have to, when it's cold out and you have to heat up the room, it stops working. Or if it's hot out and you have to cool the room, it stops working because it works too hard and then it just craps itself. So it's warm in here at the end of the day. And there's Spike. Hello, Spike. How are you? We had a party and then we had a bunch of families and stuff.
Yeah.
They literally just left at like 8, and so this is like the next wave. So hopefully we'll. There's Outlane. Hello, Outlane. Hopefully we'll see some more people coming in. It was kind of a gross day out today. It was really, really hot. We did have some people came in earlier today saying we had to get out of the heat, and luckily it was still cool in here. The heat pump just died like 2 hours ago, and since then it's gone up a few degrees in here.
And it doesn't help that they still, 2 years now, have not got the ventilation fixed next door. And we've also discovered that there's doves. We keep finding little feathers that have worked their way out of the ventilation system.
Well, we didn't know where we were finding feathers. I don't know if we talked about this last week. We were finding feathers on the floor, and I thought maybe they came out of someone's coat because they were little, small, downy feathers, like what you would see in like a down coat. But it's like it's summer. Why are people wearing down coats? And so I vacuumed them up, and the next day there were more, and then the next day, and then Jacob was like, "Oh yeah, there's feathers all over the place." So the next day I was in, we investigated, and there's the air return for the air conditioners is open to the elements. So a while ago, when the first winter that we were here, snow was coming into the building, into the space through that return register.
I forgot about that.
So it was like one of the first, they weren't using it, like nothing works in here, the building's a piece of shit. Nothing works, so we were like, well, we don't want snow necessarily coming in and getting all over the machines or having snow drift inside. So, and the air, of course, it was like the air outside was rushing in through this big, like 18-inch square vent. So we taped it up. That was the first one that we taped up. We have since taped up everything else in here because they're not using it. So one side of that the tape had kind of come loose, and the whole sticky edge of it, there's like a whole bunch of feathers stuck on there. So they're small gray and light brown downy feathers, exactly what doves use to make their nests with. So a dove has flown into the ventilation system somehow, and they've made a nest right on top of that thing. And so we're still finding feathers all over the place.
And then there's also starlings that have a nest in the top vent portion, attic space. We've seen them coming and going. That's
the ventilation system for the kitchen next door. Yeah. There's where it all, so they have their hood vents. There's supposed to be an extract going out of those hood vents, and it goes up into the circular thing that's on the roof, the circular aluminum thing. When I was moving in, I was out back doing something, and there's a little hole on the side of it, and I saw starlings bringing in nesting stuff in there, and they've been doing that for 2 years now. And we pointed it out, and nobody gives a shit. So we have to get out of here. We really have to get out of here. The new owner is
different.
Yeah, I'm hesitant to say what I really want to say, but
Is the complete opposite of our last landlords. How about
Yes.
that?
Yes.
Our last landlords didn't care about.
our last landlords
Anything.
were absentee parents.
Yeah.
If you wanted to name them anything, they didn't contribute. They didn't care. They didn't invest any money. They ended up with a building by mistake because they didn't put a condom over their face or something. I don't know. I don't know where that analogy starts and where it ends. So the new landlord is very, very hands-on in a way that I don't understand. To the point that
That's just me. Don't worry.
the point that she doesn't want us to use our parking spaces, and she told us to move our car, but someone could lease a parking space from her, and they could park
On
their
our
car
side
there.
of the building.
And I'm like, well, aren't we supposed to have like half the park? Aren't we leasing half of the parking space? Like half of the parking lot is ours. Like
Yeah.
I didn't even get into it with her. I'm gonna ignore her as long as possible, as long as I can, because I don't understand what she wants from us. So
Yeah. And then they fixed the deck instead of fixing the few railings that were coming down. 07's going to do Adventure Time with you.
you need Camera Safari Adventure.
Camera
Time for this
Safari, yeah. They ripped instead of cutting off all of the railings, so there's like posts coming up, and a whole bunch of the deck is open accident. And they wouldn't put up any tape, so Seven went out and put up tape, and he'll show you because it's just so dangerous right now.
one.
Is it working?
There we
There we go.
All right, Camera
Go off
Safari
under
Adventure
Camera
Time.
Safari
Here we
time.
go.
I wish I could hear what you were chatting about. I could just come with you.
You could.
I'm gonna come with Seven, folks.
Oh, look what we got. Look. It's tractor time. Isn't that cute? Little, you throw money in here and pretty much every time we'll pay at least something. Sometimes you get a big mouthful of stuff and other times you just get one. So it's kind of hit and miss. All right, so we had railings that look like this that went across here, down here, and then
You
over
can see
here.
them in a pile over there.
They went here and they went there. Those railings needed some attention. They needed paint. They needed various other things, but they weren't completely, like, I don't think that they were completely garbage. This whole deck is garbage. I mean, everything needs to be replaced, but what they decided to do is that they'll fix the few things that need fixing on here.
Immediately, yeah.
And instead of fixing those, they would just rip them out. So what we've got is we've got this
You can see it over there.
step here. Over here it's about 10 inches or more over there. So it's going to be a danger, and especially when this gets icy. That's going to suck. Someone's going to break their ankle here. So they're not going to put those back, from what I understand. They're just going to leave it like this, which I don't know. So I'm going to basically build. I had built this. I'm going to build these, and we're just going to go from here back to there. They'll just be in place. They'll be movable, but because I don't want my customers falling off of this railing.
And we have
hurting
so many
themselves.
kids that just run up on
We
the
have tons
deck.
of kids. Yeah.
That this is, or grandma and grandpa that might, be leaning against it. So
All of these have come out. A kid is already face plant going on. So look, there's Sophia's new car.
haha. It only took us a month to get up and running.
It only took me, yeah.
Oh,
We couldn't get
that-
a bunch of stuff.
I mean, it's here now. We're hoping it runs. And then the tables have been moved again.
Yeah, so we can't get wheelchair in here because the tables are in the way and the wheelchairs can't get by. So they have to go.
And the wheelchair
don't-
ramp still needs attention.
Yeah. Oh, and then the other thing that they did, which is super, super awesome. So they've done all this. They've demolished this. They haven't been back for 3 days. They tore this all apart. Then they left it like this. In the meantime, they've turned off and disconnected those lights, the lights that are up there, their front lights. So at night, this whole area is now dangerous and dark because there's no light coming from anywhere here, right? So it's
Yeah.
like pitch black out here. It's
So,
brutal. So
7's.
I put these things out. That's at least these work. So this will kind of help to light the way. But yeah, this is a nightmare. This is a lawsuit waiting to happen. It's fun. Oh, there used to be there's little lights up in here, and those are all off as well for no reason whatsoever. So. Go ahead.
Oh, thank you. Oh, I need some more water. Spike says our heat pump is way oversized for our house, but it still doesn't work below 30 degrees Fahrenheit. But I can get it so cold in the summer that I can cut glass with my nipples. Oh, Spike, cool car. Dark and Dangerous was the name of my Dolomite cover band. That's pretty good.
I completely don't understand like the reasoning behind this. Like, we're gonna tear your deck up, we're gonna make it hazardous, and at the same time we're gonna work on the electrical somewhere, and we're gonna turn all that shit off. So while the deck is kind of torn apart, we're gonna make it really dark and dangerous. Like, I don't understand, like, why not? And I told her the other day, like, can we get our lights back, please? And she hasn't done anything about it. So
I thought the name of the band was Lawsuit. Lol, says Outlane. Yeah, so
the name of the band is Broken Ankles.
yeah, we're
Well, Jerry Lawsuit and the Ankle Breakers or
Right.
something. Yeah.
so we're
God.
trying to get things to a reasonable point here, but we're working on other projects that we can't announce yet.
Yeah.
But when we do, it'll be very exciting.
We have some future super positivity coming up, but we're still in discussion, so we don't want to discuss too much about our discussions.
Yeah.
In other news, long and short of it, I am super frustrated here, and it's gotten worse. I thought that was going to happen, like when
Oh, tell him.
out of the frying pan into the fire kind of thing. Like I
Right.
anticipated that, and that's exactly what happened. So
This
Matt?
morning, Seven went to go use the washroom, and then
oh God. Yeah, so we have a deal with the people next door, and I like the guys next door, but it's like when you have roommates, you have a roommate and you're good friends with that roommate, and they eat all your ketchup, right? And you're kind of like, oh, I'm gonna have some ketchup tonight, and it's like, where the fuck is all my ketchup? Oh, I had it. And I was like, don't eat all my ketchup. So it's kind of that relationship. Like, I like them; they're great guys. I like that they've worked on improving that, but the one thing that we have in common is the washrooms, and the agreement was we buy the products for the washrooms and they clean them. That was it. That's pretty straightforward. I bought new paper towel holders. I bought new toilet paper dispensers. We got new hand soap dispensers because everything that was in there originally was garbage. So we've replaced all of that, and they're supposed to clean it up, and they don't really. So today, last night we closed at 8. They closed at 11. So in the 3 hours, someone went into the men's room and put down some toilet paper in the toilet, and then barfed all over the place, and then put down more toilet paper. And so when I went in there today, it was a solid mass. It was like this solid floating, like, water world island of vomiteria. The island vomiteria was there, and I had to do some excavating and break it up, and it wouldn't flush by itself. I had to, yeah, it was gruesome. So yeah, and so they didn't do anything about that, which kind of is annoying. That's another thing I would like to. Oh, here we go. Peoples.
hello.
Hi. Hello. Hi.
How's it going? Good. You gonna play some pinball? Yeah. Excellent. So it is almost 9 o'clock, and at 9 o'clock you get a date night deal. But
Interesting.
I'll ask the owner if we could give it to you early. Oh, I think we can. No, I am the owner.
She's the owner. She can.
Okay.
She can.
Well, he is too. But, right?
I vote yes.
Thank you so much.
Okay, 2 votes for date night deal. So you get $5 off for every 2 people for the last 2 hours we're open, and that starts at 9. So excellent. Anything else for you?
Do we pay at the end?
No, you pay right now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and then you're good until 11 o'clock, and all of the games are set to free play, so you play as much as you want in that time. Yeah.
That's great.
So if there's nothing else, the total is $28.75.
Yes.
Perfect.
That's going to be done, please.
Excellent. You can tap or insert.
Yeah.
And I'll give you both a stamp on your hand, just to show that you paid. Yeah, fun little star. Have you both played pinball before?
I've never, except for
Alright.
I was telling him the Microsoft game, like the
Oh, yeah.
the virtual one.
Space Cadet, and there is like the one from like 1995, right?
Yeah, the one.
So-
Spaceball, something.
Space Cadet.
Yeah, Space Cadet, yeah.
So there's the new thing is people are making these virtual pinball machines, and they have, instead of the playfield, it's a screen, and then the back box is a screen, but it's the same size and everything, and you play it.
Put little buttons
There's
on the
haptic
side.
responses, so you can feel things
that's
kind of
amazing.
thunking and whatever. Someone has there's a couple of different frameworks for it, but someone has ported Space Cadet
So you
to
can play
this
full
framework.
version.
Oh my god.
And
That sounds
I
so
won a
fun.
virtual pinball machine, and that's all I'm going to run on it.
Okay.
Just because
If
it'd
it
be so
happens.
funny, right?
Yeah. We'll definitely announce it if
Yeah.
it does.
You should.
Awesome. Did you want to? Have you played pinball?
I have, yeah.
Do you want
All
to
right.
show her the ropes then?
Where would do you have a game in particular that you'd recommend?
I would say volley is really good.
Volley,
Big Lebowski,
Royal
one
Flush.
of only 2 people in the country. Yeah,
Okay.
or 2 arcades. Yeah, volley or Royal Flush are good ones in
One
arcades.
of the 2, yeah.
there's only 2 publicly in Canada, and we have one of them.
Oh, like
Yeah.
they're privately owned ones.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay, gotcha.
like you're really uncommon to find. It takes almost a year and a half to get them because it's such a small production company. Yeah, and they come over from Netherlands. So the
amazing.
only thing I would say if you want to show her the ropes is, and a friendly reminder for you, all of our machines are set, because they're set to free play, every time you push the start button, you'll add another player to the game. And because you get 3 balls per game, some games go up to 6, you could get stuck in an 18-ball game if you get impatient. So just push it once, let it kick out the ball, don't push the start button again for the second ball, it'll automatically come out.
Okay.
And if you start a game, finish a game, please. Because they can't really reset as easily as arcade games. But if you get a stuck ball or you have any questions about any of the games, just let us know. We're happy to help.
Thank you so much.
All right, enjoy. We'll come over. Ooh, my hair's looking really tall
Spike
right
says
now.
Tapper Insert was the name of his Cheap Trick cover band. You were in a lot of cover bands, man.
Tap or insert. Tap or insert. What did we say that was tap or insert? Oh,
the thing.
oh yeah. I always say tap or insert. Whatever. Oh, she's starting
she leaned on
on.
it. She leaned on
Oh,
it.
okay.
So the funniest thing.
Oh no, he started a second game on volley.
That's all right. So the funniest thing happened on Palooka the other day. There was a
You pushed the button twice, so it canceled the game. Don't push it again.
Oh, sorry.
That's
launch
okay.
the
Someone's coming to
ball.
help.
Is the ball there?
There you go.
Yeah.
All right.
There's the ball, yeah.
Are the flippers working? All right, you're good to go.
There we go.
Okay, here we go. Thank you.
And then watch on this one. Watch this one because the start
Oh,
button
yes,
is right
gotcha.
there.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
So there was yesterday, the day before, there was a family in here, and one of the sons was probably, I want to say he was probably 17-ish. And at some point, they all decided to kind of play Palooka and see who could get the highest score of Palooka. So they were taking turns playing it, and the son got the high score between all of them. I don't remember what it was, but he got his phone out, and he went over to take a picture of the score reel, and he leans onto the game and hits the start button right as he's taking the picture, and it's the score reels are set on. No. And he was just like, nah.
Oh, snap. Glockenspiel pickle. Woohoo, I'm home in time for live stream.
Yay.
Excellent. Yeah,
It's starting. It does feel like it's cooling down. A
it
little
definitely
bit.
is.
Although that is not cooled down, but it feels. a
Oh,
little
now
bit
is she
She
actually
keeps hitting
trying
it.
to play?
No, she keeps
Nope.
leaning against it.
Oh. she just kept leaning on Palooka. So funny story about Palooka and getting high scores. I've only ever seen one person. Why am I wearing a sweater? It's so hot. I've only ever seen one person roll over the score reel on Palooka. Volley's a bit easier to do. You gonna give it a shot?
I'm just gonna turn it on fan and let it dry out.
Okay. Seven's gonna turn on the heat pump. I've only ever seen the score reel roll over on Palooka once. I don't know if anyone's rolled it over on Royal Flush. I've done it a couple times on Volley. But Palooka only goes up to 9,999. So you'd think that it would be easy. And the only person I've seen do it was this mom who came in for a birthday party, managing a birthday party for 8-year-olds, her 8-year-old and some others. And she came up and started playing it, and I looked over and I just kept hearing her like get the ka-chunk, ka-chunk, the sound for when you got an extra ball. And she just kept getting more and more balls, and I was like sitting there watching her play, absolutely entranced. And I'm like, and she was at like 89, 75 by the time, give you name my, haha, sorry, someone sent me a funny text. And I was like, oh my God, you're doing so well. And she's like, really? I'm not really paying attention. At the same time, she's shouting at the kids that are running by. She's like, stop that. Make sure you're being good on the game. Don't make me come over there. She absolutely was not like trying or, you know, like super focused, like some, you know, when you really get into a game. And she's sitting there and I'm watching her. And then she rolls over the score reel and then immediately she keeps losing all of her balls and they drain. I was telling about the only person I've ever seen roll over Palooka who wasn't even trying. That mom with the birthday party, and she kept looking away and shouting at kids the whole time. Anyways.
I think I want to play Tractor Time.
Oh, excellent.
Camera Safari Tractor Time.
All right. My sister wanted me to do a video of it anyways, so I'll send her this link later.
All right, will you hand me money, please?
Okay. 1 monies? Or 2 monies?
I don't know. You think one? We'll try. Give me 2. And
2 monies.
We'll see if I can get anything. All right, here we go.
I'm going to come with you because I'm going to take a separate video.
Look at all those goodies. We can win. Shall we win? Ready?
Yeah, go for it.
All right. Here it goes. Now, Mr. Swap. Oh. Oh. One volley. Oh,
Oh, you got 2 things.
All right, we'll try it again. Look, Canadian money for you Americans. This is what Canadian money looks like.
Win me a rocket.
It's made out of gold.
I really like rockets.
All right, here we go.
Give me a rocket.
What a rocket.
The little candies.
Oh, those things?
Yeah. I want a rocket.
All right, here we go.
Oh, you're going to get a big thing of fizz. I know it.
Now.
Oh! I think you got it.
Nothing for me.
Nothing. Oh my gosh.
Blah,
That's one of the
nothing.
few times.
But here's something really cool. When you own the place, look, honey, I won you a rocket.
Aw, thank you.
I wanted one of these anyway. So. There, everyone's a winner.
I love rockets. Hi.
Okay. I've got my licorice. What did you get? Oh, you got those little things.
I'm having a really hard time counting today. I got the numbers wrong again. I'm trying to keep track of how many people come in, and I just keep fucking it up. I mean, I shouldn't say that F word.
You know, the one thing we get Twizzlers in Canada, but the one thing that I wish that we could get are red vines. They're very hard to find. If I can find a good distributor for red vines, I will. I'll bring those in. And red vines makes a grape licorice, which is amazing. If you like grape candy, I used to love that.
Everyone tell us in the chat what your favorite type of licorice is. Twizzlers, nibs. What is that one? What's that one?
That's Twizzlers.
Like, there's the Twizzlers pull apart. And then there's the Twizzlers that are extruded and they have the little lines on them, but they're not pull apart. And then there's the one that Nibs is made from, and I can't remember what that's called. I might buy Twizzlers too. That's my favorite. Nibs and that are my favorite.
We used to get red vines. We would go to the theater. We get a box of red vines and popcorn and a drink. And red vines are hollow, and so you bite off the ends, and you can have a licorice straw. And so we would drink our root beer or whatever through the licorice straw, which was, and then they freeze and they get hard, and then they were chewier. They were good. I liked it. I like doing that. Spike likes red wigglers.
Okay, so red vines are like the ones that Twizzlers. Okay, red vines versus Twizzlers. No. Yeah, there's a Twizzlers that's like red vines, but it's not red vines. And I used to get those, but my favorites were, I can't remember what it was called. The red wigglers, wee wee. Yeah, I like peeling them off and eating them like they're little worms. There's a rainbow one in there too for Twizzlers. Rainbow colored worms.
That's the one that I had, that I tried first, and it tasted a little like cotton candy, actually.
Yeah. Elaine says Junior Mints if I'm in a theater. Nice. Mine is Reese's Pieces. Ooh, look at that. Magical.
Junior Mints. We have a sample pack all ready to go. And by sample pack, that means I opened it the other day and ate a couple. And then I put the box in there.
We actually have like boxes of candy here, and we often get people that are like, oh, I've never tried that before. And we're just like, yeah, let's open it up and try it.
Crack it open, eat it, yeah.
Same with drinks,
We
too.
did, yeah, we did that with drinks not too long ago, where someone wasn't sure about. I think we were talking about Iron Brew, and so I cracked open an Iron Brew, and then we tried. What did we try? I think we tried a Moxie, and
I think we tried a
something
Starry.
else. Yeah, and a Cove. One of the Cove ones, we opened that up. Remember? And we tested that. Yeah, it's fun to be able to do that. Daryl Lee strawberry licorice from Australia. There's actually, I've had several licorices from Australia, and they take their licorice serious down there for some reason. I don't know, maybe it's like everything around us is trying to kill us. We got to do something right. we're gonna perfect the licorice recipe. Yeah, I've had several Australian licorices, and they were all really good, but they weren't like I think my like for red vines is more nostalgic, right? Not necessarily that it's a great licorice. It's just that I remember it from when I was a kid. So.
Oh, someone just backed in, or is trying to back in, and got.
There's
just
reset syndrome. Hello, hello.
Oh my gosh, is this person having a hard time? They're like the world's slowest backer inner. They're in the middle of the parking lot.
Backer inner.
Backer inner.
The technical term.
I would like to put this away.
Yep.
My work laptop. I think I'm done working for
I will
today.
take it for you if you want
Oh,
to stay
thank
here.
you. And then I wanted some water. If you want to fill up my mug, please and thank you. I really want to turn the action cam on so that you can see this person trying to back up. I shouldn't shame them. They might be a new driver and they might be trying really hard. When I was traveling through Germany with one of my sisters. I have a lot of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. Yes, 4. 4. I have 4 sisters. They like. There's like no way in some places you could do any type of shoulder check or anything, and so all the cars now come with rear cameras, and so everyone like pulling into places uses the rear view camera, or the rear camera. Yeah, reverse camera. Did they? They decided to leave. I think it is a new driver, and they're practicing driving because they just pulled away and now they're driving through the parking lot. It's so cute. They're driving so slow. Good for them. Anyways, so I was so hesitant because I'm like, great, you trust these backup cameras, but at that time I never had a car with one, never used one, always, worked on, but one of my cousins, he's from Germany, and he got into these spaces that were like teeny tiny with those, and I was like, I don't even trust pulling forward into one of those spaces. I can't even imagine backing into one of those spaces with only the rear camera. Whew. Anyways, hey Reset's here. Glockenspiel, Junior Mints, it's a chocolate, it's peppermint, it's delicious. All of these things are true. I just ate a couple, so I can confirm. Hi Reset, the cover band. Lol. Spike says, Backer In was the name of my Richard Gere cover band. That is a really good one. So I've decided that person is a new driver, and they're learning how to drive, and they left and slowly drove through the parking lot, and I was like, so cute. I remember when I did that. Elaine Pinball says that was supposed to be 2 separate messages because he said, hi Reset, the cover band.
Oh.
Spike says, seems legit. Elaine says, watch your new car. Watch or what? Oh, watch my new car, like they might hit it. That car.
So I was just thinking of something. In the back, we have a little, like, countertop ice maker.
Yeah.
It was cheap. It's not the greatest thing. The ice, it doesn't actually have a refrigeration unit to keep the ice in. Mm-hmm. So there's these little posts that come down. Those freeze. Those get super cold. They dip into water. Ice forms around these things. They lift up. It ejects the little ice that has developed on these cylinders, kicks them out into this thing, into this tray. Once they're in the tray, they start to melt. So what we do back there is I'll spend the day. We have a freezer back there, so we'll make ice. It'll do a couple dumps of the ice in it. I'll take that ice, I'll throw it in the freezer, and then it gets really hard and it acts like proper ice. But I was just back there dumping ice and moving ice around, and it occurred to me that I want to put Kool-Aid in that thing at one point.
That would be fun. You could just put coffee in there.
You can put anything in there, really.
Yeah.
At the end of it, I mean, it might be kind of a pain in the ass to clean. Kool-Aid is fine because you could just rinse it and it would probably be okay. Coffee might be a little bit more, but yeah, I really want to. After we move, after we get a professional ice maker, then I want to goof around with that and make various flavored ices. That'd be fun.
Spike says coffee. Outlane says I work on ice makers sometimes. Okay, Outlane, tell us, how bad of an idea is this? and I mean, if we have a new professional ice maker, which we will not put Kool-Aid in.
No, we'll just. Because those you can't, because those are fed right in from the line. Right?
Yeah.
They don't have a water reservoir. So unless you were getting Kool-Aid from the city in place of water, or like in
Gatorade.
the future it'll all be Brondo, but
Brondo.
Yeah.
Gatorade. Essentially Gatorade, right?
No, Brondo is Brondo. It's got electrolytes.
Oh, that's right, electrolytes.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So eventually that will be coming on the water supply, but for now we actually get water, like what's in the toilet, and that goes into the ice maker. This has you fill up the reservoir with whatever with water, but yeah, like Kool-Aid. Maybe
that
Jello?
Jello.
Thin Jello.
Spike says we can get Ricky and Julian to make us some hash ice. Okay, serious question. Did they actually do that on Trailer Park Boys, and or did that actually happen in real life? Because I know that we're across from wherever that trailer park actually was.
Yep.
I never knew that that was in PEI until we moved here. I thought it was like based in New Brunswick or something.
And two of our friends live in that trailer park.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the actual. I mean, it's based on that
Does
park that's over there.
Does Josh live there too?
Oh, three of our friends live over there.
3 of them. That's so funny.
Chris was saying that they're gonna list his place
Yeah.
200 for that. There.
It's a nice little area.
Yeah. Actually, it's not a. I mean, as little trailer parks go, they have some funky old trailers there, but it's actually kind of in a cute little neighborhood. I would live there. It seems okay. Spike says, not yet, but I'd like some.
So question, because you can buy oil. You can buy cannabis oil. Does oil, it does, I mean, nah, it doesn't really work. Oil freezes, because sometimes
You
I
have
add
to emulsify it
oil
with
to my-
something
yeah.
that freezes.
Well, I mean, I added
If it's proper oil.
Yeah, I added to my drink sometimes, a couple drops, but then it just floats on the top. And I have to use my straw to suck the top up. So, I don't know. I want to know how they do it in root beer and sodas and stuff when you have the cannabis sodas. Because I'm like, how do you get it so that it's not in an oil form, like butter or something? How do you get it when it's in a liquid, non-oil based form? You know what I mean?
I don't know enough about the extraction of cannabis to know if it.
Can
I mean,
just
if
boil it
you
in water?
grind up the cannabis plant, you're just going to have like juicy residue left over, but it's not going to be it's not going to be oily. So I don't know what they do to it to make cannabis oil, unless they're adding it to something.
Yeah.
Because I've grown cannabis before, and the parts of the buds and stuff can be sticky, but I don't know if that's what they're making the oil out of. Is that sort of THC residue? I have no idea.
Speaking of cannabis, I bought a grow tent today, but it's not for cannabis. It's for growing lettuce and tomatoes and green onions, because that shit's expensive now. And the guy I bought it from made one thing of mushrooms in it. He was like, we bought it. We have plans to have a mushroom farm downstairs. And they bought one thing of mushrooms and they grew it, and then they never grew any else. So
we're going to build we have a basement space that will work for that. And I'm going to build like a little hydroponic thing that will automatically water it, so if we forget, it will kill everything in the tray. And we can use fiberglass, or not fiberglass, but rock wool planting if you want to plant all your stuff in.
yeah.
That works for hydroponics really well. So.
Yeah, if we could get the hydroponics set up, that would be really good, because we had
I have a pump, I have a timer,
yeah.
we have plenty of tanks for reservoirs.
Well, and we have, we were planning on doing drip irrigation in our veggie garden, but we haven't. One of the issues is that we're trying to figure out where we want to pull the water from. We have 2 wells on our property. One we can't find and one we can. The one we can't find is linked to our house. The one we can't find is open, and it had a broken pump in it, but we pulled the pump out, and what's that pipe with the pump attached to it?
Yeah, it was like an old school hand pump. You had
Yeah.
to prime it and then you pump
I
it.
really wish that it worked, because it was so cute. Anyways.
Well, we could replace it. I
Yeah.
mean, we could, if we really wanted to, we could, because I looked those up and they were only, the cast iron ones were only like $100 or something. And
But the idea would be that we put the pump in the well that we have access to, and then we'd bury the irrigation line, and it would pump up to the garden and then do drip through it. So anyways, we've got a lot of that stuff.
we have the pump if we wanted to pull out of that well, We do have the pump for it. We have the tube for it. We have everything that we need to do it. I've
Yeah.
already buried the line from the workshop to the greenhouse.
Yeah.
So there's a PEX line that's buried there that we can use to bring the water up.
Yeah.
And then we were thinking of filling
The barrels.
the big barrels and then just having it gravity feed from the barrels. But
Oh, nice. Spike says, I only use cannabis oil for my lawnmower cutting my hedges. I want to know what your hedges turn into after you use that. And then I'll wait until 7 comes back. Oh my God, bless it. Oh, I feel that now. Seven's flipping the fans around in the space to get a little more airflow. It was pretty cool in here until the heat pump pooped itself. Better?
it's dark out there already.
Yeah. So Spike said butane and pressure. Ha! I guess for water, maybe? That's what he meant we're talking about. I can't remember.
I don't know what we were talking about.
We were talking about pumping water and stuff. And then he says, we have a tent for peppers, herbs, and flower seeds.
I'm going to make more of this. I will be
Okay.
back.
Oh,
Oh,
for
for
hash
hash
oil. Okay. It's always good to keep 7 caffeinated. Oh my gosh. Ugh, what is that? This is like a giant mosquito here. Yes, land. So it can kill you. Oh, I think I missed him. Damn. Mosquitoes are the worst. Oh, he's back. Oh, I got him. Ugh. 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 I got bit by a mosquito the other day. One right in between the knuckles, you know, where your little finger wrinkles are on your knuckles. I got bit right in between 2 of those, and it was, and still is, so itchy. My finger was so swollen when I woke up the next morning that I couldn't bend it without it being in pain. And then the same guy bit me right here. And that was really annoying because it's right where my watch sits. I ate an edible, so this discussion is a coincidence. Or is it, Glockenspiel Pickle? Is it a coincidence, or did we plan this with you in mind? Eat it. No. I once tricked my sister, one of my sisters, into eating a barbecued cricket that I bought at the Bug Museum in Victoria, and then I got in trouble because, was it that, or was it the time I tricked her into eating cat food? That was really mean of me. I wasn't the nicest sometimes. There are no coincidences. Yikes. Well, it was just like, I mean, it was a you know, the cricket was pre-made. You get stuff like that. When I lived in China, I go through the Beijing market and they had like scorpions on sticks that people had sugar coated. So a barbecued cricket is nothing. Mind you, no, I ate one. It was kind of dried out though. There was like nothing in it by that time. It was just, it essentially tasted like crunchy barbecue seasoning. That's about it. I can't say I ate any cat food though. So, cute groups of people in here. There's 3 friends that have came in just before the date night, before we started the stream, and then this other couple that came in, and as you heard, she's never played pinball before. So right now they're playing Operation Thunder something. I don't know what it's called. It's like Thunder something. Oh, Seven's gonna show him how to play Palooka. Hi, you're back. Feel better?
I'll have coffee in a second and fresh iced coffee, but without my grape Kool-Aid ice cubes, just regular water ice cubes, no Brondo ice cubes. So, Spike and everybody, is it a movie night tonight? And if so, what movie?
Oh
are we
yeah.
watching?
We watched, I couldn't believe this when I heard it. We talked about this last week, about how disappointed we are in the premise of the new Twister movie and why they didn't just make it a sequel with their kids being the ones chasing after the Twisters, yada, 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 yada. So apparently Twister had a huge box office success, and on Crave, Twister is one of the most popular movies, so people are doing both.
The original.
The original. Yeah. So they're watching the original, and then they're watching it in theaters, and we watched Twister, the original too, and it used to be one of my favorite movies. I've watched it so many times, and now it's not as good.
Creation of the Humanoids.
Ooh.
So I have a question. So Spike and Reset, are you guys are watching the same movie, but are you physically close to each other? Do you go over to each other's houses, or do you watch together with a stream? Like how do you guys do that because you guys are always watching the same movie, or do you just like pick a movie and you guys are friends from some other location and you guys just pick a movie? It's like, tonight we're gonna watch this, and
Don't they have
I'm just
one-
kind of curious how you guys do that.
I think they have viewing parties you can do on some platforms. Like you both sign
Netflix
in.
did something like that for a little while. They came up with something like that. Netflix or
pandemic?
Amazon or something during the pandemic.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I don't know if it's. We want to go to the drive-in.
So right now at the drive-in, we have a drive-in on the island. They're doing X-Men versus Wolverines, Deadpools, Deadpants, Deadpants versus X-Wolverine, and something else. And then the other one is Despicable Me number 12 or whatever.
Oh my gosh.
And the Titty Twister movie, which is kind of a weird thing, right?
Did you say titty twister?
I did say Titty Twister.
And you meant twisters.
Twisters.
Okay, just checking.
Titty Twisters was the name of my Dolly Parton cover band.
I think that was also the name of Spike's.
Got before
right?
Spike did it.
So Reset says I stream it on my Discord channel.
Oh.
Send you guys the link on Facebook. Aw,
Cool, great.
super. That just made me, when you mentioned Deadpool, I want to know, so they built this up over the last, 3-4 years almost? Deadpool versus Wolverine, or Deadpool and Wolverine. And we heard about the premise.
It's Wolverine, not Wolverine Man, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know. It's usually like something man or something woman, like He-Man or Hulkman or Superman or Batman or.
Yeah.
So I just didn't know if it was Wolverine Man.
I mean, I think I don't know if it's Deadpool versus or Deadpool and or whatever. Anyways, they pumped it up for 3 years.
You can tell that I don't really like the superhero movies. I do like. I think it should be Wolverine Man, and it should be Deadpool Man.
Anyways, I agree. Sure. I wanted to know what
his name should be Tide Pool.
Tide Pool?
Tide Pool. I don't know. Because Deadpool is like what? But Tide Pool is a pit.
I thought you would have like yeah. What would his costume look like?
Spiky sea anemones.
Oh my, what?
Spiky sea anemones.
Spiky sea anemones would be pretty fun. Okay, so this is unreal. They actually made 630 million in their box office weekend.
Which one?
The Tidepool versus Wolverine Man.
Tidepool versus Wolverine.
I can't believe that. Like, people went out and watched it. That's crazy. I mean, that's not just, whatever you like, what you like, people. I want to know how much they spent on the movie.
I haven't really heard that much about it.
Jesus Christ. Spent 200 million on the movie and they've made 630 now.
We watched the Red Letter Media thing and they said that it was fine.
Yeah.
For the most part. But
And then we watched The Critical Drinker, who, by the way, I think has just gotten really grumpy in life and hates everything.
he's more critical than he normally is.
Yeah.
Or he's more drunk than he normally is.
Maybe that's it. Anyways, he said that it was awful.
I'm not going to see it until it's a riff track.
Yes, I'm super excited. I want to see it as a riff track. Oh, this couple looks like they're having so much fun.
Them?
Yeah. They're laughing and stuff. So cute.
These people. That looks awfully bright. That looks brighter than it is.
I mean, considering it used to be so dark.
Which camera is that? Not that one. This one? It's that one. All right.
Oh, that's better.
Properties. Configure.
Where's Chris tonight? Usually he jumps on the stream.
I don't know.
Chris, if you're out there, say hello.
That's a little better. I don't know. It looks now it looks overexposed. It looks darker but overexposed. Configure video. Camera control. Exposure. Oh, exposure is on auto. That's why.
Oh, now it's too dark.
No, so we'll go here. Camera control. Oh, now I've screwed the poop.
Maybe press default again?
Go to auto again. Huh, weird.
What if you move the saturation? You can't click on anything?
No, those aren't going to do anything for us.
Oh, I guess we'll leave it like that.
It has a thing in the middle.
Weird. Don't know.
Auto. Auto. Haha. It's on auto.
We'll turn the brightness down again.
Yeah, that works. There you go.
That's good enough. Good
Um,
enough for me.
I can't remember what I was gonna say.
Oh, speaking of Chris, I have to show everybody what Chris gave us. Because it's groovy.
Yeah. Camera Safari Adventure Time.
I'm just going on the other side of the thing.
Yeah.
It's not much of an adventure.
By the way, we sell these out of order signs now. Oh, you can't see them. There we go. Now you can see them.
Yeah.
I made these.
Out
And
of
I
order.
made the buttons.
And the buttons.
I make a lot of stuff.
Look.
Oh, it says on air. Oh my gosh, Seven.
I changed it.
I didn't know you
Look,
could
there's a
change
little
it
YouTube
so
guy,
easily.
and there's a little Twitchy guy on the air.
That's really cute. And then when it's not doing
the
that,
time.
it says $14.95 for an hour, 5 cents more for 2 hours, and then it goes through a whole bunch of fun stuff. You did a really good job on it. Thank you, Chris.
Isn't that cool? Oh, what did we get new over here? We got we got these coves. We had this cove, but then we got a lemon lime. It says raisin, don't believe it. It's grape and orange. These are all sugar-free. I don't know why anybody would drink sugar-free, but some people like it. I think that's the only thing new that we got. We got a whole bunch more Alice Johns. I actually ordered 2 cases from them because we only had a couple of these left. And then I was restocking and I found a whole other case that I forgot that I ordered. So we have a whole bunch of this. So now we're pushing the Hollis Johns. So we got tons of it. I think that's the only other new thing. We brought in some of this garbage just because some people like the frappuccino-y things. And we got a good deal on them. So, oh, that's the other thing we got. So we had the green ting, and we just got pink sparkling grapefruit ting. So one of them is regular ting, and then for some reason one of them is pink. I have no idea. Do they taste different? Do the green ting and the
I haven't tried the pink one.
Oh.
I want to take one of each home. Ting was my favorite beverage when I was really little. If I had to choose a pop and Ting was available, it would be Ting. Hey, look, Luke's here. Luke Van Campen.
Luke, hellos everybody.
Wait a minute. I just realized, Luke, are you like one of the Van Campens that owns the nursery? Because if you do, we should be friends. Honestly, Van Campens. Hello. Can we be friends, please? I'll swap you some plants for pinball. Seven's shaking his head going, don't do it.
We have lots of space left to plant stuff in the yard.
Oh my gosh. You want to know a funny story about Van Campens? One friend gets me gift certificates to nurseries as one of my bosses as thank yous and stuff. And so a year or two ago, he got me one, and I bought something with it, and I was cleaning out my wallet a couple months ago, and I went to go throw it away because I was so certain I had no money on it. And then I was like, I'm gonna go to the nursery anyways, I'll hang on to it and I'll check it when I got there. It had $80 on it, and I almost threw it away. I think it still has like 70. I can't remember what I bought when I went there. Oh, I bought a blackberry plant. Anyways, that's my ramble.
You should go in with your gift card and buy gift cards with it.
I don't know if they do more. I wonder how I could break that up. I don't know if you can buy gift cards with gift cards.
Sort of an inception, sort of gift card inception.
It was a cool $80, Spike. I was this close to throwing it away because it didn't have a receipt with it, and I was like, I'm sure I used all of this up because I'm a crazy plant lady. Why would I not have spent all the money on a gift card that somebody had given me? Apparently I was saving it up for a rainy day. Oh, of course, yeah. Go for it.
Watch your step out there, it's dark.
Yeah.
I think she was confused why I said that.
Oh, wait until she comes
She's
back
kinda
in.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Nice t-shirts, by the way. Hey, thanks.
We don't match today.
No, we matched on Wednesday. We were both wearing our lobster shirts. We've only got 2 left in stock. They're
I sold
so
the
popular.
the last one we had of just the pinball machine with the colors behind
my
it.
Gosh. And
I sold that yesterday.
We ordered new ones of all of them before the summer season started. And I think this is the last lady pinball one we have too.
Yeah, I think so.
We don't have too many of them.
Actually, let's camera safari adventure time, and I will show you the t-shirts.
Oh, that's a good idea. You can order your t-shirts if you're in Canada on Silverball Swag. They do print on demand with all of our designs. Or if you are in the US, you can also order our t-shirts
So we have these, just the logo.
from Bonfire.
And then
That's
that
the one Seven's
one.
wearing.
And then this is one that we're selling a ton of. Let's see if I can get a
Lobster with a
lobster
hat with
playing
braids.
pinball. And then this one. And there's kind of a funny story about this. So the first one that I did was the logo. We just had the logo one. Then I wanted to do a pointy people one, so I worked up this one. And I posted a picture of this mock-up online, and someone got all grouchy and said, "Why is it that the woman is always just watching and the guy's playing, and da 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 da? We want one where the woman's playing." So I was like, okay, I'll make this. So I made this, and none of them bought it. I hardly sold any of these.
I bought it.
We have a few of them. We sold a few of them, but really this is the least popular of all of them for some
Yeah.
whatever reason. So this is the most popular. Yeah. And then we
Yeah.
had another one I don't have any more of, I don't think.
It's just a
Oh, I do
pinball
have one.
machine.
I have one more.
Yeah.
Of that.
We should
I kinda
probably
like
put
that
that
one,
one in
so.
front.
Yeah.
Here, I'll take that and turn it off. Woo! Hello, friends. Woo! Inception time. Sorry. Did I make you sick there? Wormhole? As much as I always talk about how much I dislike the wormhole. Let's see. EUSC? There we go. Oh, that one is the only machine that costs money. It's $1.
No problem.
Sorry.
Bathroom is through this door down the hall to the left.
Yeah. There we go. Let me just put the thing back on. Smoke break. So we've had a couple ideas for new t-shirts. We've just been so busy that Seven hasn't had a chance to design them because Seven does all the designs of the t-shirts, but doing like a vector graphic one, and then were we thinking? He went to the washroom.
Okay.
Don't worry.
Alright, thank you. I was just like, what is this?
Space Invaders was Space Invaders, and having it spell Seven's Pinballorama and
Yeah.
the little things. So we've got lots of ideas of other things we want to do. Cows here on the island has on point with their t-shirt game. Every year they come up with some funny stuff of cows dressed up like different things, whether that's Minecraft or Mario, or they just have the best t-shirts. Like whoever's doing their designs, we should hire them.
Yeah, I might be able to crank out this because we should order a few more because we still have another month
Yeah.
and a half of almost 2 months of tourist season. So
It's
it's August
now.
and then halfway through September.
Yeah.
So I mean, I guess we don't have to, but
Maybe not if our plans go as planned.
Yeah.
We could do one to celebrate our potential super plan that might happen in the fall, and to commemorate that plan.
yeah. Yeah, and actually, if someone wants a T-shirt souvenir, we found out last year they wanted like one particular style, but if you don't have that particular style, then they'll buy the logo.
Yeah.
And so I ordered a bunch of logo ones. I haven't sold a single logo this year, but once the other ones are gone, they'll be like, "Oh, you only have a logo large? Okay, well, I'll take that then," and they're fine with that. So.
And we've got a handful of stock. We ordered in Tetris and Atari shirts, so we've got a handful of those
And we have
left.
3 left.
Not even a handful. We have 3 left.
We started with like 10 of each or something.
More than that. I think we had like 12 of one and 15 of the other.
Yeah.
It's taken a little while to go through them, but you know,
I would love. Luke asked, "Do you guys ever own a Zoltar? The Zoltar Speaks kind of thing, right? I would love to have one of those."
so good.
We actually, one of the things recently, since I got that mechanical gun game, you can just see it right here. That's just a fully electromechanical gun game
what?
from 1971. And it has been a huge hit.
Oh my
People
god.
love it. Kids love it. Adults are fascinated by it. We open it up all the time to show people how it works. It's like a huge hit.
With the mirror and everything.
So I want to get more electromechanical amusements. I would like to get more gun games, like maybe a couple more of those gun games. And then there's some other things where it's like you're trying to do a thing, you know, and it's like pulleys and wires and cables or whatever. There's some like puck bowler kind of things. There's actually, I don't think I'll ever be able to get one because they're probably super expensive. But there's actually a bowling game where it's like a guy, like a little cast iron metal dude, and a pinball goes into his hand, and you kick it down this bowling lane.
So cute.
And then it's like a 10-pin bowling. All the pins are they're reset and held by strings or something, so it can reset and do whatever. I would love to get one of those, but yeah, and something like, I mean, we have the claw machine. We have another claw machine that's big for stuffed animals, and I would love to get something like a Zoltar or one of the Fortune things. They used to have these scales that you stood on. You put a penny in or something, and you'd stand on the scale. It would weigh you, and then it would kick out like a little fortune kind of thing.
Really?
Yeah. There was one of those at a store that I used to go to when I was a little kid, and I used to love to do it for whatever reason. Like, you know. So I was like, can I have a penny? Put the penny or a nickel or whatever it was.
We had something like Zoltaire in, what was it? It wasn't Spencer's, but it was like, maybe it was Spencer's. Store like Spencer's, and they had a fortune lady, and you would put your quarter in, and she had a little crystal ball with 2 electrodes on the ball, and you put your hand on it, and then she's like, give me a quarter? Fortune for a quarter? I'll tell you your fortune. I remember that. Something, and then she said something else. Da 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 da. Fortune for a quarter. And then we used to go and do it, and then I think you would get a piece of paper would spit out. Yeah, but it was just a quarter. It was so fun. I remember really enjoying it.
Reset says hot topic. Was it a hot topic?
I'm gonna text my childhood best friend, and she will know.
Yeah, I think a Zoltar would be a lot of fun, and I think it would be a big hit for our, especially when we get all the kids in. I think that we would empty parents' pockets with coins when the kids left. Hit them up with the claw machine, get a Zoltar fortune, a couple other little novelty old gizmo kind of things. I think it'd be fun. Yeah. There was also another one where you did you put like a biofeedback thing. You put your finger in it and you tossed a quarter in, and it did some kind of hocus pocus something or the other, and told you like how many kids you were going to have or some nonsense, right? Like it gave you some sort of a fortune-y sort of deal. Something like that. Yeah, I'm totally like when I look locally to see what's available. I used to look to see what pinball machines were available, but I have more than enough pinball machines right now. We have a couple that we
sure?
I will get more because they will land in my lap. But
people.
The one thing that I'm looking for now is old late 60s, early 70s amusement devices. So.
Hey, how's it going?
Do we pay and then we play?
Yeah, so all of our machines are set to free play, so you just pay one price here, and then you can play as much as you want until we close.
All machines except for our new claw machine.
That one costs $1, but you get candy when you play.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, so that one you have to put a loonie in, but everything else is set to free play.
That's perfect.
All right. And since you're in the last 2 hours that we're open, you get $5 off for every 2 people, so it's $28.75.
Thank you.
So you can tap or insert right there. I'll give you both a stamp on your hand. Have you played pinball before?
No. So
Would you like a quick lesson?
that would be
Awesome. We get new pinball players of all ages. There was a grandma that comes in with her grandson every so often. He was like 6 and she was like 70, and neither of them had played pinball before. Yeah, so it's really fun. All right, Seven's gonna give you a lesson. Oh my God, they are adorable people. They are adorable.
older machines like this with the storeroom, a little bit too. The newer machines, like the ones that are on the end.
All right, 46, 47, 48. If we include little Bebe Charlie, 49 people in the arcade today. That's pretty good. Hey, MRN Bricks. MRN Bricks. Why is your arcade so far from me? It looks like a fun place to hang on a Friday. First of all, MRN Bricks, I thought you were our friend, Robin Sather, who we used to be really close to, unless you are Robin Sather and you are pretending to be someone else. Because Robin does Lego, and he was the host of Lego Champions New Zealand or Australia? I can't remember. We haven't been able to watch it yet. Anyways, I'm sorry that we're so far away, and it is a fun place to hang out on a Friday. Hey, Palicar! Oh my god, personal pinball lessons from 7. Yes, 7, absolutely not Robin. That's okay. You know what, MRN Bricks? We are very happy for you to join us. We are Lego fans ourselves. Oh, incoming message from my childhood best friend. I interrupt my own spiel. She just sent me a laughing emoji, that's all. So we'll find out. I'm going to text her. I'm currently on live stream talking about it and trying to remember the store and her little ditty. Ditty is the right word, right? That's the word for song. She says, I can hear that phrase in her voice. Ha ha ha. It might have been Spencer's. San Francisco! That's what it was. Yes. San Francisco. Yes, that's it. Okay. The store's name was San Francisco. That was the store name. It was our version of Spencer's Gift. And you went in there and you got all the weird joke stuff. Okay, we are so behind at your... Push the one on the right, the button on the right, beside his gun for 2-player.
Yeah, 2-player. This one.
Sounds gonna help him. Okay, backing up. All right. So Hot Topic wasn't Hot Topic. It was a place called San Francisco. And then Reset says biofeedback. You put your finger in it. So we have a couple people who joined.
Yes.
So MRN Bricks, who I didn't think was Robin, but I said, is this Robin? Because it sounds like something Robin would have said. Like, your place, why is it so far? It sounds like a fun place to hang out on a Friday. It isn't. It is just another new Lego enthusiast friend that we have now met.
And Daryl's here. Hi, Daryl.
Yeah.
Palancar. Where are you? You're in, I forget, you're like in Colorado or something? I forget where you are.
This isn't your friend that's the police officer, right?
No.
No, that's Dave?
That's Dave.
Dave.
He's in North Dakota.
Excellent.
Palancar and I had early internet radio shows through Amcast. And
he was saying, oh my god, personal pinball lessons from you. And I said, yeah, you do that all the time. And MRN Brick says, not Robin. Palancar. Wait until we get into our new space, whenever that may be, and come up.
Palancar says, I'm in Colorado and Texas. How do you do that? You have a really wide stance.
Do you have like a house on that's like right on a state line? Oh my god, paying taxes must be a nightmare.
Do you ever talk to Scott Turner? I haven't talked to him for a really long time.
Is Scott the one that did the makeup stuff?
No, he lives in California, and he was just sort of with the group and
special effects?
Palancar and Scott. No, it's different Scott.
Oh, sorry.
Palancar and Scott got together and did some music-y stuff, and You went to California. Is that what happened? I forget. But you guys met up in the real lives and hung out and stuff. I haven't talked to him for a really long time. Yeah. Are we married or just business partners? Well, we're not technically married, but we've been together long enough that we're
The
Canadian
government-
married.
Yeah. The government they made a law a few years back that's just like, we're tired of dealing with everybody's separation bullshit. If you've been together for a year and a half, I think it is, no, 2 years, you're deemed common law spouse. So then you have to they're like, everything that you gain after that, you split 50-50. So, anyways, we're together in all of the ways, I guess.
Yeah.
Is the way you put it. Yeah. Oh wow, pal.
Still chat with Scott a few times a month. Well, tell him I say hi.
Yeah.
I haven't talked to him for a long time. We used to be connected through Facebook, but I don't think we are anymore for whatever reason. But yeah.
Spike says the Colorado-Texas border is like Australia, imaginary. That's what they say about the middle of Canada too.
Life partners. That's kind of what we're doing, right?
2 years. Nice, coming on 2 years. Pretty quick. Well, we haven't been together for 2 years. We're coming on 13 years. 13 years.
Is it?
13, yeah. And as usual,
You can't ask me stuff like that because I don't even know how old I am.
this is so true.
I don't remember my own birthday. I don't remember how old I am.
And-
I have my scale of time is not functioning. So
And we're rarely together on what I deem to be our anniversary, and that usually ends up with me sending some type of Uber Eats or delivery to Seven on his, like, it happens all the time. I have to work away quite often for like a month or two at a time. Sometimes every year. It's been
every year so far since we moved here.
Yeah.
Except for the pandemic, but after that it's been every year.
Unfortunately, yeah. And so and even sometimes when I'm working away in the same province, when I didn't have my license, I couldn't stay at home, so I had to go work. I couldn't drive home. I had to stay with my mom that one time. Anyways, going back again during our anniversary, and so I will sign up for Skip the Dishes and send Seven a pie or something. Usually we have like we open a bottle of champagne and then I pour us both glasses and then Seven takes a sip and then I drink 2/3 of the bottle. Is usually how anniversaries and New Year's go.
Yeah, I want to like champagne, but I
know.
I used to enjoy champagne, but now like all wines and champagne and stuff like that just don't do it for me anymore. Like I think, oh well, it'd be all right, and then I'll take a sip and I'm like, oh yeah, no, doesn't do it for me.
One day we'll find, and I'm always trying different ones, but one day we'll find a good one maybe. If anyone has any good champagne recommendations, let us know. It doesn't have to be cheap, doesn't have to be expensive, just something that tastes good. Life partners. Yeah, we've done a lot of shit together in the last 13 years. It's pretty crazy when you think about it.
Spike says, I just hang out with dames until they can't stand my stupid jokes anymore. Funny enough, Hang Out with Dames was my Go-Go's cover band.
Palancar says,
Palancar says, I'm still married to my wife back when we did Amcast. How's your daughter Grace? How old is she now?
oh my gosh.
She was like 3.
How old
back
is
then.
Emily now?
She's 30s. I don't know. I'd have to do the math. So she's in her 30s.
When's her birthday though? You know when that is. Oh, don't say it out loud. You shouldn't say it out loud. Never mind.
No, Palancar would do radio, and his little squeaky voiced daughter, who was like 3, would like do little radio bits and stuff. And you'd hear her in the background. She's super cute. So yeah.
Didn't Emily do that too?
No. she
She came on something. You recorded her doing something a little bit.
I have
when she was
I have
younger.
recordings of her talking and whatever, but no,
Oh,
not.
God.
She was
25.
25. Wow.
Graduating college. Oh my
Fixing to
God.
graduate. Does she remember that time, like doing the radio shows and stuff? Do you ever talk about that? Like, does she remember doing all those little bits with you, or was it just sort of like the day-to-day thing of like, Dad's doing the radio show thingy, and I just came in and did my thing and just ran around and acted stupid, and it's nothing special to her? Like, yeah, interesting.
Blake says people get old fast nowadays. Tell me about it. I think I found a gray hair. Although I'm really lucky, my family has blonde hair, so it doesn't really look like you have gray hair until you're in your 70s. So I've got that to look forward to. Mind you, I'm pretty sure I did my hair red the last year, and the color kind of faded out to this weird pink, pastel-y, orangey pink. So I think I'm just gonna go for hot pink next.
Ellinger says she doesn't remember, but she does roll her eyes at me if I play those bits.
Love it.
Yeah, that was fun. That was a fun time. That was a good. Amcast was. I wish that they would have been able to go the distance, because they had a really good infrastructure. They really supported musicians. We wanted to do stuff, and they're like, let's see if we can make that happen. Like the early internet radio shows before they were called podcasts. We were doing radio shows and they gave us the infrastructure to do it. And they just like, you guys run with it. We'll let you control and maintain it all, and just have fun with it. And they were always trying to improve stuff, and Amcast was, for those of you who don't know, probably nobody remembers it because it was a long time ago. But it was primarily an independent music website. So you could make a band page, you could upload your stuff, and then they actually had a system in place so you could sell your MP3s. You could set the price, you could give them away for free, or you could sell them. You could do a clump of them together to form an album, and you could sell just the album instead of selling the MP3s individually on the album.
Push it a second time, and so you'll take turns going back and forth. Yeah, go for gold.
And then they started, people wanted to sell physical media, and so they figured out a way to do on-demand CDs.
Are those the ones that always had like just a little cardboard cover instead of being in a plastic cover?
No, well, that was they had a bunch of different art options, so you could actually do when you could come up with the songs that you wanted. You could come up with artwork for the CD itself, so they would print a label and stamp it on the CD, and then you could just do a simple envelope, which was the cheapest way to go, or you could do a plastic clamshell type CD cover with just an insert, or you could do one that was like a fold out insert, so if you wanted to have all your lyrics and all kinds of other shit in there, you could fold, like I think it was a 3-fold or something.
We have a bunch of chats going on. Reset says he's heading off.
Reset. All right, see you later, Reset.
We've got some new people in the
Josh,
chat.
Seven and Sophia, greetings from Ottawa. We're here for the Glengarry Highland games this weekend. See you soon.
Oh, hey Josh. Your sister came by today with your nephew, and she said, oh yeah, my brother's in here all of the time. And I looked at her, I was like, is your brother Josh? You guys look very similar. So, and your other nephew, I don't think you've been in before, had a super fun time and super excited. So hello, and good luck at the Highland Games.
Yes.
Josh is a bagpiper. Came in and bagpiped for us once. And then, you want to read
There's a
it?
video of that on YouTube somewhere.
I think
one of the early-
on Facebook. Yeah,
No, I think it's on one of the, right after we opened.
yeah.
So it would have been 2 years ago in July. Maybe in August in 2022.
And Seven tried it too for the first time.
Yeah. and
Goliana?
Goliana. Hi there. Congratulations to say hello to Goliana Pindo in Brazil. But hello, how are you?
Pinball from Wander and Maria Clara. Pinball Forever. I'm gonna look you up. Are you a what is it? So is that an I? Goliana.
Yeah, it was fun when Josh came in, and I got to try. I've always wanted to try bagpipes. Never had a chance to. AT says, just working on my roadshow. I don't have a fuse puller. Just trying to improvise here. Pliers and tape. I actually, when I do, I just get a small screwdriver and I just pop it out of one side. That's usually how I pull them out.
So it looks like Goliana is, you do machine repair. Sorry, I just Googled you because I wanted to know more about you. So they do machine repair down in Brazil.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Stuck in the little lip of
No! Oh!
Speaking
I
of
think it
Rojo.
just shot out. Oh no!
There it goes.
I'm so sorry. We'll look at it again tomorrow.
Uh-oh, what happened?
Did you knock a wire when you got up? Friends, can you hear us?
Yeah, we're still connected. It's just the,
The monitor went black. Hey, you're back. Sorry, the whole monitor went black, and we're like, what happened?
all of a sudden the screen went dark.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well,
The computer that we're streaming with is down at our feet where we conveniently kick the crap out of it all the time.
okay.
So,
I'll let you
sorry. Anyway,
catch up on the chats.
let's see. Okay, so Josh says, that's awesome. Lincoln loves it there. Thanks, guys. And Palancar says, gotta run. Y'all have a nice evening. Bye, Palancar.
Yeah.
AT, will try. Thanks. Yeah, I just a little screwdriver or something, or I have some little tools. I have a little, it's like a little poker, but it has a little hook on it that you can get it underneath the edge and pop it out. And I try to avoid touching the glass because I always break it. So I never had luck with those little fuse pullers, the little glass bus fuses. And there's a little plastic thing. It clips on it, and then you can just pop it out. But I've never had luck with that.
So funny story at one of the girls just came by and said that the ball was, speaking of Roadshow, we told her we'd fix the scoop in Roadshow. She went and played it, got stuck, she walked away, the ball spat out. So.
Are there any other two-player games?
Everyone, yeah.
Almost every single one is 2 players.
Yeah. Essentially, the only ones that aren't 2 players are the older ones with 1 score reel. So, like those 2, you can tell, but you can tell all the other ones. Pretty much all the rest of them. Yeah. Good luck. Oh my God, they're so cute. I can't get over how cute they are playing together.
Can we accidentally add a player 3? Is there a way that we can like reset
Hold
that?
the start button in.
No, that one doesn't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no.
7's gonna reset it for you.
No, on those you have to play it.
That's player 1.
Yeah.
I'm player 2.
You could add a 4th player. Just add a 4th player, and then you play 1 and 2, and then someone plays 3 and 4.
You can. I think you can still do it because you're on ball 1, so you could press and add a 4th player.
Yeah.
No, they're not listening. They're super into it.
AT says my shaker motor stopped working.
Ooh.
Did it seize? Did it like grind to a halt, or is it just the driver that fires it? I like the Big Lebowski solution to shaker motors. They just put a subwoofer in it, and then they just fire low frequencies at the subwoofer to make the whole thing shake. Seems much more efficient.
Yeah. These people are having a
Maybe
hard
the
time
driver, yeah.
deciding what drink to get, staring at a drink fridge. What are
I have a shaker in Roadshow, Royal Rumble, Valhalla. Valhalla, the shaker is like crazy. We had to turn it down because it was rattling stuff loose.
And it also rattles itself off when it gets in a really big mode. When it was on the cement, it was terrible, but now it's a little better. It only happens like once every 100 games, but it shuts down every once in a while. It's weird.
When it goes off.
Yeah. And then we go in and we check everything, and everything seems to be there, but it's like it just shakes itself to death.
Yeah.
And then it's like, wah, 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 wah.
And Tales from the Crypt has one, but I've never had, actually all of my shaker motors have been fine. I haven't had a problem with them yet. But yeah, I mean, they're just being fired. So yeah, it could just be a transistor that popped, so you have to trace it down. Oh, check the board, seems all right. Interesting. And it's not a fuse? That probably has its own fuse, right? I would think that a shaker motor would be on its own fuse.
Maybe Goliana Pinball has some suggestions for repairs.
I want to put a shaker motor in Royal Flush. In an old EM game.
Oh my gosh.
Just to freak people out. Actually, there's a group of people, I think they call it the Pinball Olympics. Let me see if I can find it.
They call it what?
Pinball Olympics. Olympics Pinball Olympics now with more laundry. This sounds like it. Yeah, here we go. So they take a bunch of machines and they do wacky stuff to them. Let me see if I can find.
Are you on the? Did you switch pages?
No, I'm looking first. All right, let me switch over and let's see what we can. So this is nudgepinball.com articles pinball. So this is he's playing Dirty Harry. It's inside a washing machine, and that's his view. They do this like every Halloween or something. Let's see if I can find.
Well, don't they? You talked about this. They flip the flippers back and forth.
Yeah, the flippers will be reversed.
Or they make you play it in a mirror.
This guy, he's got a pedal maybe to probably to run. He's probably powering the machine, riding the little bike. Oh, he's wearing glasses. Mirror glasses. They had one year.
That is hilarious.
They had one where it was a flash machine, and they mounted the playfield on rockers, so the playfield would be doing this. Oh wait, you can't see what I'm doing. Oh, you can't.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah. So as you're playing, the playfield tilts back and left and right, so your ball's doing all kinds of wacky stuff in there. They had another one where you had to play it suspended from a thing. Let's see if we can find out. I'm going to change to this. Let me see if I can find.
Oh my gosh, that guy's on a treadmill.
I'm not going to play the sound on it, but.
Ooh. Buddy dropped the gun.
I'm so sorry. Are you alright? I'm so sorry.
That's how you see through it, I guess.
Yeah, it's through the door on the left. So just go around the counter. Yeah, it's past the Pepsi machine. We share with the other side. Yeah, it's totally fine.
Oh, there you go. There's one of them.
Oh, that's genius. Oh, I love it.
This is that looked like a meteor backblast, but what was that? Is that a meteor? That looks like a meteor backblast, but I don't know what game this is.
Yeah, that's not meteor. Is that a
That looked
Medusa?
like a Medusa, yeah.
Oh my gosh, those are the
Those
flippers.
are the flippers. Yeah.
Oh, this is so fun. I want to do this.
Playboy, you have to play it through at glory holes.
Oh my god.
That's hilarious. Yeah, these guys are hilarious. They come up with some really funny
Where
ideas.
is this? Where does this take place?
I don't know where they are.
We gotta go and do this one year.
I don't know what's going on there.
Some time of covering for your hands. Anyways,
Yeah, so
hope
that's
you enjoyed.
I would like to do that to a game or two. Like just kind of screw with it and just have it off to the side that like this one we've messed with. It's going to play a little bit. And just doing something as easy as flipping the flippers. Like so this, your right flipper button controls the left flipper.
Yeah.
Something like that, or where the flippers are inverted, so you have to push them in to lower them, and then you let the flipper out to fire, so they're all their natural state is up. Just wacky stuff like that, I think would be fun to do. And then,
Hello.
Do you have Wi-Fi?
We sure do. It's the one that's called Tilt.
Tilt. Oh, we were booed so hard earlier because it was
Was it stuck and you shook
we
it?
were trying to, and they booed us so hard for so long.
The password.
Extra ball, one word.
Extra ball. Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Oh, you're very welcome. That's cute.
Oh, it's 10. We should probably go.
It's just after
late.
10, yeah. I think people are kind of slinking off. Well, thanks everybody for joining us and listening to us rant and then talk. And thanks to all of the new people and people that don't normally join us, like Josh and Goliana Pinball. It's so nice to connect with pinball people and amusement folks from around the world. And it's so nice to have you. Love the t-shirts on your website. You can buy one.
Thank you.
If you're in the US, you can buy one on Bonfire, and if you're in Canada, buy it off Silverball Swag. And it's a Canadian company that does pinball stuff.
All right, so I think that's it.
Yeah.
So we're going to go, and we will see you all next week.
Bye.
Stop streaming.